I came to win.
Oh, they asking my name, huh?
You ready?
S-T-R-O, I ain't come to play with you. Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. It's early, I'm up. I can't spend the day with you. I'm minding my business. I ain't getting paid with you. My color bright. I ain't finna fade with you. Man, I gotta come clean like I made with you. I been on my everybody drop when I drop. Look at shorty, she support, bruh. Lifting up, never not on my grind. New York City time, another brother better, you will never find. I've been in my bag like groceries. Competition shouldn't take shots, take notes, please. Reporting live from the winning side. Ready to try, keep a different vibe. Is you down the ride, never tired. You will never know, you ain't never tried. Work it out, hit the gym, hit the field, hit the wind. Hey yo, I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my hit is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Murder beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
What I do? Lace up my shoes, chase W's. Great colored coops. Oh no, I can't be number 2. MVP the league most valuable. They sweet as apple juice. Talking trophies, I done grabbed a few. Can't match this attitude. I wear my heart on my sleeve, please. I move like the wind, can't catch this breeze. Freeze. Stop you in your tracks. There's not no preseason. We seeking W's like Tupac used to throw up. Forget it, might as well forfeit. Your team shouldn't even show up. What you wanna be when you grow up? They used to ask me. Naturally, I chose an athlete. Competition never matched me. We ain't go together like camouflage and polka dots. Focus on your position, just know your spot. Sure, don't stop. It's a long season. They planning on winning for the wrong reasons. Trying to get my number retired. Can't let these frauds beat us. I figured out the recipe. Never let opponents get the best of me. I'm focused on my legacy.
Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my hit is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Murder beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
All right, Coach, we are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Carolina Panthers and the Green Bay Packers. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. On 1st and 10, Mayfield nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A bad start there, a big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd and long. Mayfield. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That burst good for 20 and a first down. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Watch the safety creep.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he whips that one incomplete there. He was looking to get that one to DJ Moore. That'll bring up second down.
But when you're going up against a talented receiver like that, you just know that they're going to bring more people to him, right? They're going to double cover him every chance they get.
I think that is what we're going to see all game long. An early taste of that double, maybe even sometimes triple coverage we might see.
Yeah, I think what they're counting on, his talent to sometimes beat that double coverage.
And only able to get two here. Stopped at the 30. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. Here comes the seventh play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's third down.
Big time drive. Let's go, boys. Let's go.
Yeah, this defense rallies, and they stop him short of the first down right near the 24. Call it a gain of 5. Fourth down now.
Hey, alert 33. Hurry.
They'll run for it. McCaffrey. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on fourth down.
Run. Check three. Regular. Show it up. SOS.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's second and 13. Working out of the gun, Mayfield looking for the end zone. Back in the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. Thirteenth play now on the opening drive. Will this be the lucky one? It's third and goal.
Hey, exit.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Anthony Averett picks it. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. He's going through a rough patch throwing the football. 4 interceptions in that loss last week. Opening drive starts the game with a pick here.
But we did spend time with the head coach and the offensive coordinator and asked them, what did you see on tape? What did you see on film? And they talked about mechanics, making sure that he gets his feet underneath him, doesn't overstride, doesn't...
He holds it in. Valdez-Scantling for the Packers touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. No problem there on the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone.
Get ready.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a run with McCaffrey. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. It was Anthony Averett who got him down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
11 yards and a Panther first down. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
I'm here all day.
Ito Smith, his first carry. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Carolina. Ito Smith, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the first down as well. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10. They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And he'll get nothing there. Stopped right at the line as that will wind us down to the end of this first quarter of play. Back for the second quarter in Green Bay. It's the Packers in possession of the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Second and 10. Sliding out of the pocket. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it is going to be 15 yards.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. He'll drop to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. It's a gain of 16 and a first down for the green and gold. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
2nd and 6. Going right side here, and that's complete.
And a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry? Ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
On second down, Kamara. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
On third down, here's Kamara. And they'll rally and stop him short of the first down at about the 6. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves them looking at a 4th down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
And this one is right through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got to the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Looking to throw on second down. Mayfield. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. The Panthers on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, Mayfield. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes.
Touchdown, Packers! Dante Pettis, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Extra point splits the uprights, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive 1st and 10. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd and 11 now. Mayfield. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down.
Under 10, under 10, 10. Check, check, check.
And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
He's got the hook up to Lazard. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. Here we go with McCaffrey. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that, but by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. Mayfield down. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down.
Let's go, D.
Mayfield. And that's complete to McCaffrey. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7.
Go, go, go. Check, check 43. 49, check 49. Pistol. Point it right.
To throw, Mayfield. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Hatchet. Watch the eye. Shit. Check 4.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. 2nd and 1. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll look to throw here. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. They'll throw now on the final play. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Bust through the tackle. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And he stopped at the 44. It's also a gain of 4, and now it's 4th down. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive...
And nothing but daylight ahead. 30. The 20. Touchdown, Packers. Alvin Kamara, 77 yards. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And their halftime hold now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. Now he's going to be stopped well behind the line of scrimmage, and that's pretty much going to wipe out their gain from first down. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Hey, Haywood! Hurry! 44, Mike, 44. Watch the screen.
Throwing, Mayfield. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off near the 29. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brian Burns able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Back to throw. And the pressure gets to him again. K1 short with a sack. That's 315 pounds of man right there.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. They're going to look to throw. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's 4th down. Here's J.K. Scott now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. Fielded just inside the 30. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44. Now whistles here, and it looks like we've got a Panther that's having some difficulty down there getting up. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside.
Hey, alert 33.
On third down, Mayfield. And that is incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself. And on this play, the read for the quarterback was the defensive end, and he was totally focused on the quarterback. He should have given it off inside to the running back. Instead, he kept it and ended up taking a loss on the play.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. And they are going to take possession of the football inside the 15 at the 14-yard line. They've got a pretty comfortable lead right now, but maybe a little too careless with the football that time for the rookie.
I think the key word there is comfortable, and there's two schools of thought on it. With that type of a lead, maybe you can take a few more chances because you have a cushion. Others will tell you, don't eat up the cushion with careless play. He'll learn to ride that line as he moves on in his career.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
180. 61. Match box flight.
On 2nd down now. It's Smith. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. And he'll be brought down well short of the first at about the 9-yard line. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being...
That's caught inside the 20. And he's going to get this deep on the Carolina side of the field. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 61 yards. Line of scrimmage moves from their own 25 all the way to the red zone now for 1st and 10. Here's Kamara out of the pistol. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. The 10th carry for Kamara. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Alvin Kamara with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. It's Ito Smith. And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Again, it's Smith. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Panther first down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Check. Crunch. Hurry.
A first down carry for Smith. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
The Panthers on 3rd down. A pretty anemic, a very anemic. 1 for 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Alert!
Mayfield to throw it. And he's got his target. That's more. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 31-yard line. Mayfield now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Now Mayfield, he'll let this go for the end zone. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Going to the air again with Mayfield. Open man is Samuel, complete. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 20-yard line. They'll run on first down. Smith. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And despite the fancy footwork we saw, they'll get to him just inside the 15. 4 yards there on the keeper, but still going to bring up a 3rd down. The Panthers on 3rd down, just a 20% success rate at 2 of 10. This is 3rd and 4. Now Scarlett. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
Now that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
Mayfield to throw for it on 4th. And this is caught. He hits more. So the decision to go for it turns out to be a good one. They get a couple of yards, and as a result, the drive keeps moving. It's now 1st and goal. Mayfield looks to throw. Stepping up, he's touchdown, Carolina.
Well, this was a pass all the way, but he just kept buying time, didn't he? It was kind of like, wait. Oh, it's open. Time to hot-foot it and go. And, boy, was he successful.
Yeah, didn't go to the outside toward the pylon, just straight ahead, middle third of the field.
Shortest distance between 2 points. Straight line.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Here's 2nd and 8. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off near the 34. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Following the interception, Mayfield. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a Panthers first down, 17 yards on the play. A first down throw for Mayfield. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Here's Mayfield. He's going to let. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And this game not quite over yet, and we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. That one looks like he'll throw here. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go. They've got his man complete. Yeah, he's going to get this deep on a Carolina side of the field. It's a big play that time for the Packers. 67 yards. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain, followed by a sizable loss here. 2nd and 14. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I think someone's going to get in the QB1's ear when he gets to the sideline. Already thrown an interception. That one should have been picked. Look, let's just be honest about it. That would be the second person in his ear because he's hearing it in the huddle right now.
Not the start to the game he wanted, like you said, to pick on the opening drive. Second drive, not much better. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. And his kick is good. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, we've got to find 2 scores. So, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but, boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too.
King! 44, Mike, 44. Got one. 44's the Mike. 44's the Mike.
Mayfield to throw. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting, but I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. So 20 seconds remain. It'll come down to this. And this one travels out of bounds. So unsuccessful there on the onside kick try.
Check three. Let's go.
He'll look to throw. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got two more to use here in the final stages. He'll drop to throw. Going for it all. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Look at the clock. Everyone knows the situation. Probably time here for one final play.
And we know what that play is going to be. It's got to be some sort of Hail Mary, throwing it towards the end zone and hoping someone can catch it or catch it off of a tip. Think back to 2015. Didn't we see
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A costly sack. They'll have to use a timeout here. And barring a defensive penalty, they'll be looking at one final play. Following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. One last shot for Mayfield here. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. And Charles, in this one, the fourth quarter became a lot more interesting, I know, than I anticipated. Probably you anticipated. A comeback bid falling just a little bit short.
You're never supposed to count a team out. And I know we didn't on air, but mentally, I just didn't see this type of a comeback, especially one that put them in a position to put the real pressure on them down the stretch.
So for the Packers, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.